Chapter 4.
John Wick represents a sort of an innate goodness, even though he's killed 500,000 people.
After 3 films that got bigger and bigger, what else are they gonna do?
New characters, more world building.
You're going to die. Maybe not.
This mad genius has created some really wonderful, extraordinary sequences.
Working with Keanu, I know that he's well-trained, trains a lot, and he have all these experience, and I know that I'm in safe hands.
My training process had that extra added pressure of like, yo, Shamier, don't mess this up.
Right.
Because you're rocking with Hero, Donnie Yen, Keanu Reeves.
3, 2, 1, action.
I don't think I've ever worked on a production before where I've been in these opulent, over-the-top, exclusive locations.
Welcome to one of my many offices.
You come here thinking there is a way out of this world for you, Mr. Wick. Or is not.
So I was doing jujitsu,
Cool.
Muay Thai, judo, weapon training, and I think the one thing that I had the one up on everybody else is I got to train with the dog. And that dog was, a cuddly, beautiful thing.
That was great.
But became a grizzly bear if it needed to.
I've done everything by myself.
Oh, come on, everything. Okay.
Come on, this is Hero. He does
Come on,
everything. He even does
everything.
my stunts, because I can't even do it, you know?
I want you to find your peace. But a good death only comes after a good life. You and I left a good life behind a long time ago, my friend.
Just as a fan watching it, it's a visceral loving it. It's a visceral like wanting more. Wanting John to kick more butt.
When we riff about ideas and we if he offers something and, like I think we're gonna do this with the cars in chapter 4. He's like, yeah, but what if that character did that? And then we just start cooking it up.
It's a fun process to make the movie that you wanted to see in the first place. So.
Last words, Winston?
Just have fun out there.
I don't know, I think it's,
Look, you're excited about it. Look, you got all hyped. He got hyped about it.
Who is this?
The Marquis de Gramont. Challenge him to single combat. Win or lose, it's a way out.
The high table is, a little angry. John Wick's a little angry, trying to survive.
I don't sit at the table.
Your family does.
I was a huge fan of the franchise. I think they're really fun.
If you win, the table will honor its word. You will have your freedom. But you won't take it.
He's sort of the new sheriff in town. He's appointed at a high position to, surprise, surprise, track down and kill John Wick.
Bill Skarsgård, he really went for it.
A new day is dawning. New ideas, new rules, new management.
We make it look easy.
It's wild. It's my first movie and it's my first action. There was a lot of stunts. We just had the London premiere. And I've never been so nervous in my whole life. I was shaking.
Saying goodbyes?
Saying hello.
You think your wife can hear you?
No.
Then why bother?
Maybe I'm wrong.
I believe in fate, destiny, right? I read the first draft originally given to me, and I was convinced, and I said, all right, I'll do it. So got on a plane and went to Germany.
1, 2, 3, go.
He's human, right? He's complex. He's cool.
You're going to die. Maybe not.
I think they want to create an equal to John, a new franchise. They introduce a new character. You got to have a certain substance there. At the same time, they're different, but they understand each other. So there's a connection there.
I think it'll work out fine.
Because of John Wick's actions, my dad's been killed, and I have taken the mantle, and I'm now kind of the queen of the Romas. He's coming over because he needs to get a crest from the family to be invited back into the family clan, so we can support his challenge to the Marquis.
As you build out this John Wick universe, how do you pull that world together?
I guess we just try to have fun. There hasn't been one we haven't done yet that we haven't had a blast trying to write. Usually over some scotch, but yeah.
Well, hang on a sec. I mean, maybe at the end of the meeting, or there was a couple where you go to the Muse, a glass of scotch, and just kind of dream.
Bonjour, Monsieur Wick, and welcome to La Resistance. I've come up with my own theory, because people are like, well, it's revenge, and there's the rules, and there's the world building, and it's so cool, and it's all those things. But for me, it comes down to one thing, which is John Wick is a guy who wants to be free, to be himself. And everybody wants to be free. The latest in ballistic chic, appropriate for all formal occasions, weddings, funerals, high-table duels. After all, a man has to look his best when it's time to get married. Or buried.
He's Keanu Reeves. Like, I grew up with the Matrix franchise and been a big fan of his ever since I was a kid. And he really cares.
I think one of the things that endears you so much to the fans is because they feel the love from you too. When you bow down to them at Brazil Comic-Con.
There's a lot of people who want to kill John Wick, and that's their first mistake. So, I'm being silly. Gosh, look, it's selfish, right? I'm getting to do what I love.
He's still an audience member. Like, he loves cinema. You want to get him excited, talk movies. He's on set, and you can't get him off set. Like, he's there. Like, he doesn't want to miss a minute of filmmaking.
It's really special to be here, but it's not only the place that's special, it's all the people and everyone. Ultimately, what are we doing there? We're telling stories, because I'm not here without an audience,
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
And I don't complete the circle of being in the storytelling frame without an audience.
What about you, Mr. Vic?
I'm going to kill you.
A gazillion people are going to see it, and a gazillion people are going to keep seeing it.
He represents something that's good, pure about what he feels about his wife, he feels about the dog, he feels about loyalty, and I think it sort of resonates in some strange kind of way, through all the mayhem and everything else, that he's a good guy.
How goes the grand farewell tour?
Coming to an end.
So it seems, so it seems.
I love that experience of going to the cinema and sharing a story, a film with other people, and there's just nothing like it. I played John Wick in this film being directed by Len Wiseman called Ballerina.
What makes Ana de Armas perfect to take this into, like, the next chapter?
She's got that little bit of Reevesism. Like, she has an honesty to her. There's true inspiration in it. Like, she loves movies.
Well, first of all, she's a wonderful actor. And second of all, you've already seen her action chops in James Bond.
And I was excited to do it, and it was like, I love that painting, but I'm gonna go make that my own. And so it was cool to, like, be in someone else's painting.
You forget that the Ruska Roma is bound by the high table, and the high table stands above all.
She seemed to really not only like the character or like the property of John Wick, but she had her take on it, and she took something very different away from it. And I think for what Len Wiseman's trying to do with Ballerina, I think you needed a fresh perspective. And I couldn't be more happy if they took it in a direction that we haven't thought of, or maybe we haven't explored yet.
I thought we play a game. One hand. The winner decides who lives and who does not.
Get in the John Wick ride, buckle up. You're gonna see some action, it's gonna be funny, there's gonna be some ideas, you know, rules, consequences, surviving, getting knocked down, get back up, fight for your freedom, go against the man.